Star Report. I'm your host, Star. Thursday evening, welcome to the show. All right, folks, you see the title, DJ Akademiks. Get off social media and go to rehab. I'm saying rehab, not counseling. And I need some time to really lay this out because I have not thought about my approach, although this will be sincere. There are times when I troll Ak, and he's fun to troll. He's a very smart young man. You know our history. We work together. Ak got me a bag. I will never forget that. $17,000 a month to be on everyday struggle with him. So I'm not going to mock him. I'm not going to clown him, but I want to try as an older person to make some suggestions or tell him, get off social media and go to rehab. Now, why rehab? Well, I think that at some point the minor will sue him. And he needs to have something to insulate himself with regards to whatever allegations, claims come down the pipe. Counseling is one thing, but when you say, hey, I have a problem, a disease, it may lessen the impact of a possible trial and or settlement. And again, I'm not trying to clown him. I'm not trying to line him up. I really, really am bothered by the fact that he's on YouTube right now. Ak, and I want to talk to you as respectful as I can. When we worked together, you said to me, you have diarrhea of the mouth. You said it. You have to learn how to harness your mouth. Harness your mouth. You see, I had to learn how to harness my ego once upon a time. I'm still the same Star. Confident, conceited, and convinced. But for business reasons, I know how to harness my ego. You, sir, young man, you're not making anything better for yourself right now. You're not going to work through this by being on social media. He lives on Instagram. I used to see him all the time, in the mornings, and very smart guy. I think he has a degree in, is it biomathematics? I just want to go off of what I remember. If not, correct me. He's got a degree. Smart man. Smart man. Akademiks is instrumental in, along with other people like myself, Tommy Sotomayor, Emrek, Doggy Diamonds, Vlad, and others, for the formation of the YouTube algorithms. He got it out the mud. The war in Chirac, he was a nobody. And he got it out the mud. I've always said to you guys and to him, I respect that about what he did. He gave birth to a lot of niggas out here. Yes, he did. But now is the time where he has to harness his mouth and pull back. There's no shame in losing a battle, but don't lose the war, Ak. Don't lose the war. Ak said to you guys on multiple occasions, he's not a street nigga, right? Troll babies, good evening. Ak said that. I'm not a street nigga. Well, I'm from the beautiful suburbs. You heard me say that on multiple occasions. And when I moved to New York in 1981, I had to maneuver through the streets. So I had to learn and understand and respect the streets. And here's what I know for a fact. Street niggas have a unique ability to know when to pull back when the block is hot. Can I get an amen in the live chat? Street niggas taught me in 1982, the block is hot, we got to pull back. Nothing's moving. We're not making those sales, we're not doing nothing. The block is hot. Ak, the block is hot right now. Why are you on YouTube? Why are you still doing the most? The internet is undefeated, right? He's talking about things that right now even his chat niggas don't care about. His numbers are down. His numbers are down. The block is hot. The 15-year-old whose name I'm going to try not to mention tonight, I assure you at some point somebody's going to get in his ear and he will file a lawsuit against Livingston Allen. Unless Ak gets to him and offers him a bag. For those of you who don't know, the 15-year-old, his mother is deceased. And he has been in those discords, I don't know which ones, I'm not involved in that shit, crying for money. And Black Boy Max and these other guys have been sending him money. Crying for money. So if he's crying for money in the goddamn discords and all those other stuff, you think he won't, smarten up and say, wow, Akademiks is up on social media showing his car collection and his mansion and so on and so forth. Ak, I'm not trying to clown you, but I hope your home is in a trust and not in your name. I hope those cars, hope you can get rid of them if need be. I've been doing some research behind the scenes, and other people have been assisting me with different things. I've got the Malaysia legal statutes of exploitation of a minor. Can you guys see this? You might want to Google this. It's pretty intense, pretty detailed. I was going to post it in my community section, but then I said, that's doing too much. Ak, do you still talk to Charlemagne? Have you spoken to Joe Budden? Joe gave you some bars, Ak. Joe gave you some bars. I mean, it was light bars, but he gave you some bars. Has Joe or Charlemagne told you to fall back? If they have not, you need to. You need to. You're working yourself into a lawsuit because you're coming off as a person who is not compassionate to the sensitive nature to a minor. I'm trying not to use words that would, lead someone to say, oh, wow, Star gave me the idea and I'm going to sue this nigga. Akademiks is a New Jersey resident. You guys can go to NJ Coalition Against Sexual Assault. You will see that on May the 13th, 2019, the then Governor Phil Murphy signed S477 and permanently expanded the Garden State's civil statute of limitations for sexual assault. That minor can sue Akademiks this year, next year, or the year after. Are there any lawyers who wants to chime in? Anybody who's in law school? Coercion, invasion of privacy, exploitation, attempt to traffic, right? Attempt. Which one of those goofies said, what's your address to the minor? Right? Somebody said, what's your address? Get off social media, man. There's no shame in losing a battle. You're not going to work your way through this. You have to, at times, know when to pull back and let other people think, they got one on you. Even if they haven't, let them think that. You gave some type of half-ass apology. And not saying that you have to cry, but you cried when Saucy Santana got at you. Why aren't you crying for I don't know, people to forgive you? All of this will be possibly put into a civil suit against him. And again, I'm not trying to wish it upon him, but the minor is broke. Black Boy Max said he's got no money. That's why he cries in the discords. Yes? No? There's other things we can talk about this evening, and we will talk about. President Trump is blaming DEI hiring over the DC plane crash. Condolences to all of the family who lost loved ones in the helicopter and the plane crash. 67 people killed, according to my notes here, AssociatedPress.com. I watched him earlier, as many of you did, and he took the time to kick dirt on former President Biden, Obama, and the DEI hiring process. I don't want to steer that conversation. I want you folks to feel comfortable to call in if you see it different. If you see it different, okay? Also, coming up this evening, guys, is the Bronx, New York, being gentrified more than Brooklyn, Queens, Staten Island, and Manhattan combined? I've got a video from 2 months ago. How did I miss this? The Bronx? Apartments going for $22,000 a month? Someone correct me if I'm wrong. I'm going to play the video. Just give me some time. The BX? Someone in the live chat said lies. Yeah, that's what I said. Lie. Get out of here. Get out of here. I want to focus on Livingston Island. Ak, you got to go to rehab. Now, I've always said rehab is for quitters, and I'm no quitter. Well, I've never been sued by a minor. I've never paid anybody anything, any lawsuits. All there's been rumors about me. I've never settled nothing. On paper, I've got nothing. Troy Terrain, you can't find nothing. I was battling Clear Channel once upon a time, and they filed motion after motion. Your Honor, we gave him $10 million up front. Couldn't find nothing. Now they threw my case out. Then Clear Channel said, "Oh, fuck it. Fuck him." It's another story. Anybody want to chime in with regards to Akademiks? Akademiks, what is he talking about on his, he's talking about some type of stocks, and he's a smart guy, so he knows what he's saying, but it's coming across at the wrong time. What is that woman's name? Is it Sweet Brown? Ain't nobody got time for that. He's talking about Drake again and Kendrick Lamar. Oh my God. Now's not the time, Ak. Phone lines are open if you want to join the conversation, and I hope that you do. I would like to, as much as we can, speak to Akademiks. Maybe you feel different. Maybe you said, "No, Star, he's okay streaming." Someone sent me a video today. Who is the young man who posted a video? A very, very entertaining video with regards to, is it Ak Diddy? Let me look in the live chat real quick. Politicking Network, I see you. Salute, salute. Okay. Jay Smith says, Ak been doing all that. Drake's, he's accused of some stuff. Kendrick accused. Okay, let me get that on the screen. Give me a second, guys. I want to get as many of your comments on the screen. I want you to feel free. Peace, poor righteous teacher. Peace to you, sir. And peace to the nation of gods and earths. Yesterday, we had a guy who called in. He didn't know the math, but, I didn't bang on him, but, just you have to know the math. Please don't call me perpetrating the fraud, Thank you for your donation. Okay, I put that one on the screen. Give me a second, guys. I want to play some other videos this evening as well. Do you guys want to chime in about the scuffle in Dalton County? That wasn't no brawl. That was a scuffle. I got the video footage. I was a little disappointed. I didn't see nobody get hit with a chair. Wow. I love to see niggas get hit with chairs being thrown. Nobody got stabbed. Nobody got shot. It was a scuffle. Jay Smith got your donation. Ak has been doing all that Drake schlong licking, and now he's been accused of the same stuff. Kendrick accused Drake of. Okay, birds of a feather flock together. Drunken chipmunk. Okay, I'm entertained nonetheless. Oh, thank you for pointing that out. You know, Ak has been saying people hate him. People, that's what he's saying. People, Ak, no, Ak, we're loving you. Back in the 80s, we used to call people like you a plate of food. You helping niggas pay bills out here. We got love for you. But people are making video after video. I hate you. You're a lick. And you don't have the sense enough to get off of social media. So we're going to keep on eating off that plate. You're like Aki and saltfish with white rice and cabbage on the side. We don't hate you, my nigga. Thank you for tapping in. Love my kids. Start and watch from my daughter's rooftop in Arlington, VA. Trump is bugging. Okay, let me put that on the screen, so I appreciate your donation. Call in. Let's talk about it. You know, Trump talks crazy from time to time. I'm not saying I don't agree with him with regards to the DEI hiring, but I want you guys to feel free to chime in. I'm looking for that comment to put on the screen. Area code 718. Sit tight. 718. Okay, here's here's Blade pocket watching. Blade, I got your donation earlier. The reason why Clear Channel couldn't find anything on Troy Terrain on paper is because Troy's terrain assets are safely parked in numbered accounts in Switzerland. I'm not responding to that, but thank you, Blade. Valerie, good to hear from you. Thank you so much. Do you want to tap in? Phone lines are open right now. Let's get to it. And guys, if you're in the queue, you have to send me an email and say, Star, I'm on the line. I don't remember people's phone numbers. Okay. Here it is. Love my kids. Thank you for tapping in. Star, I watch from my daughter's rooftop. Okay. Trump is bugging. My grandkids go to school with 2 of children who lost life. Okay. Tomorrow they will have grief counseling. Thank you so much for your support. Love my kids. All right. Does anybody feel different with regards to Academic? Is it okay for him to continue streaming? I don't think it's a good look. Some of my biggest controversies, you know, on radio, I had to pull back. Let them think they got something. There's people still to this day. Yo, he got fired over that Aaliyah thing. I don't try to prove you wrong. Aaliyah died in 2001. I left in 2003. And I got suspended with pay. I think I can assist Ak, but I don't think he would ever call me. I emailed him, as I said, a couple of years ago. He never responded. You know, Ak, we don't hate you. The eating is good right now off of you. Sir Shai, are you calling in, sir? Sir Shai got your donation, okay. And one last donation before I go to the phones. Area code 440, sit tight. You'll be first. Sir Shai says Donald Trump is right about DEI. Look how they ruined Marvel and Star Wars. Academics is pathetic. Kendrick will clown both Ak and Drake in Super Bowl. Oh, I didn't even think of that. Do you think Kendrick will have some new bars to include Ak in the halftime show? That would be crazy. And thank you, Varnell. I got your donation as well. Okay, let me bring in some people here early. 440. I am not trying to clown academics. This is a serious topic. Are you there? 440.
Здравствуйте, Старюшка. How are you?
Might this be Boris?
It is. Good evening. How are you, Star?
Good to hear from you, man. Where do you want to start with regards to either or with the topics, Boris?
I can touch on both topics, but I will start with academics first.
Okay.
Star, I know you don't remember everything, but during the last call, one of the things that I mentioned about academics was that he got a little bit bigger than the personality that he portrays.
Right.
I watched a little bit of videos pertaining to the boy just to gain a little bit of context.
Okay.
There is a video that I'm not sure if most people watched, but the little boy is playing a character playfully, where he is like the stand of Boy Max.
Right.
He is his number one fan, therefore he moderates him for free.
Right.
In the video, somebody asked the kid if he would.
Easy, Boris. I want to monetize.
Yeah. I'm
I want to
trying
monetize
to
the show.
I will
Go
not
ahead.
say it.
Go ahead.
I will not say it.
Go ahead.
But basically, they were saying if he would do some favors for his host to save his life.
Right.
And the kid said, of course. I think that because academics, Star, when you reach a certain status, you think that you are bigger than the program. So he thought that he can say whatever he wants to when he is on the sauce a little bit, when he is drunk. And this is when he started to run off at the mouth and say basically whatever he wanted to. Now, there is another political streamer. I want to draw a comparison by the name of Destiny, a.k.a.
Well, hang on a second, Boris. I would really rather not bring other streamers in because...
Okay, no problem.
Here's
the
thing.
I wanted to say...
hold on.
Yes.
With regards to what you're saying now, we've already gone over that, and we don't know what Akademiks was thinking, number one. Number two, the child is never wrong. So whatever that child said does not warrant him being
correct, 100%.
Interrogated, humiliated. Give me some other words here. You work behind the scenes. I don't want to put your business out there. Give me some other words that this kid could come up with legally to say my feelings have been hurt. I need medication.
I am suffering emotional distress. I am suffering trauma. I am going through emotional distress. Whatever I have witnessed and experienced with academics is causing me a lot of pain. I cannot sleep at night, etc., etc. I am not saying by any means. Whatever I'm saying is not to justify academics. I am saying if I had to make sense of where his mind was. All I was trying to say was that now academics has to save face by pretending to go to rehab because there is no explanation. If you remember, Star, when the tape came out of Gigi putting hands on Cassie, he said, I was disgusted when I saw the tape then when I did it, and I'm disgusted now when I see it. I went to rehab. I'm a different person, blah, 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 blah. He knows that he has to make this move because everybody in his chat is clowning him and nobody cares about him. He made a video today where he was covering Gucci Mane's artist by the name of Little Wop, and you can tell by his tone.
That's actually from yesterday, if I'm not mistaken. That video, I saw parts of that, but hang on, Boris, I'm not trying to, say what Akademiks should have done, could have done. He has done it. And to my knowledge, unless you tell me different, he has not said, I'm going to rehab and or counseling. Have you heard that?
No, I was just going based on what you said. I have not confirmed it to see if he said that he's going.
I'm the one saying now, get off social media. Go to rehab.
Agreed.
I'm going to let you land your plane.
Agreed.
I'll let you land your plane. When a civil lawsuit comes down by way of a minor, you have to insulate yourself. I mean, I've never been in a civil suit with the minor, but I'm just saying legally, you're going to have to show that you took the necessary steps to deal with whatever you're going through or went through. Go ahead and land your plane. Or I'm sorry, you can talk about Trump as well, but finish up with that, please.
Yes. So basically, I agree with you that he has to admit himself to rehab, to rehabilitate his image, to tell the public that he was not in the right frame of mind when he said those things. And I think he has to admit that he has a drinking problem. He must use that to, not justify, but to explain that, like you said, he has the diarrhea of the mouse. And when he is in that state of mind, anything comes out. Now that's that. As far as Trump, Star, I saw a tweet that stated that the woman the pilot of the plane that crashed was a woman. If this is confirmed to be true, I think that all hell is going to be broken loose, because many people have already problems with unqualified people in such positions. I have also seen a video of a black person encouraging diversity to be air traffic controllers. And many people found a problem with that because, as you can see, we have two airplanes, one helicopter and one actual plane that crashed. And so far, I believe there are 60 people dead. Their identities have not been confirmed.
67.
So I think that and even Trump today in the press conference, he dropped a few expletives. He dismissed some of the
He said bullshit.
People.
He said bullshit.
Correct. So you can see, because you need to understand that this, like it or not, this happened under his watch. So the media, especially the left, will place the blame on him.
Right.
Now Trump has to play the deflection game and blame it on DEI hires. I'm not sure did you receive the email that I sent to you? What he was blaming the DEI?
Well, I watched it live. I watched him. Going in. I watched it. Go ahead.
Yeah. So basically, as of now, there are not too many details about when, how. All they know is the amount of people there, and there are no survivors.
Okay.
And so far, they're trying to identify the people. And I agree with him. I think that we need to get rid of the DEI. You have to put in the most qualified people.
I agree as well.
Not care about.
I agree as well.
Because you're putting your life on the line. You don't want to be, jeopardized because some person ticks the box.
I don't want to fly on a soul plane.
Yes, correct. And now you have people that they're crying wolf, and they're trying to change the system. Not to go all the way left, but there are all these people that that they want obese people. They want for planes to be catered to them. They want to be included. They're saying we feel excluded in these planes because these planes were crafted for the average person. Yeah. You understand?
Boris, I don't mean to cut you short, but I have to take other calls. Check your email. I just sent you something. If you want to call back later, just email me and say, Star, I'm on the line. I sent you something with regards to Malaysia legal statutes and exploitation of minors. It's pretty intense, man. But check your email, all right? I appreciate you calling.
No problem.
Thank you.
No problem. Bye-bye.
Guys, sit tight on the phones. Again, my show tonight is not to clown academics. I'm serious, man. Get off of social media. You don't need to fight at this point. And it's not just, the trolls. I think he's a very smart guy. I'll say that again and again and again. But sometimes you have to be smart enough to know when to pull back. Pull back. I had to learn early 80s. Coming over from New Jersey. Linked up with them Shower Posse boys, and I was a little too high strung. We were not going to give you the full details, but we're in Coney Island. Some shit popped off. The guy who I was running with, he's gone now, but his name was Braca. He said, we got to get out of here. I said, okay. He said, yeah, we got to get out of here. We got to go get some different guns. He didn't say bigger guns, different guns. You're on the field with the same guns, and they're not working, if you understand what I'm trying to say to you. Go get some different guns and come back another day and deal with this differently, like the smart man that I know you are, okay? Thank you for your donation. Spanky Big Head with air traffic controls. Okay, let me put that on the screen. Someone in the live chat says, Star, you was a lookout. No, sir, I was a nigga who was wired off the fish scale. And I was ruthless. And the yard niggas I was running with, if they decided to stick you with a fucking ice pick, I was sticking you too. Ah. Hang on a second. Somebody's on hold. Area code 484. Thank you for your patience. Is that Richie? 484?
Hey, Star.
Hey, how are you? Hey.
All right.
Good evening.
Are we talking about, who are we talking about first?
Well, I'm very serious about academics. I want him off of social media. Just regroup. Go take 2 weeks off. You know, drink some water, clear your head, and come back and, you know, deal with this differently. I think that there's no reason for him to be streaming right now. What say you?
I know that's your man and all, but it's time for him to go. Like, whether it's for an extended period of time or to go to rehab or whatever, but, like, it's time to go. Because you already had some weird grapey thing with the girl before. Now, this weird, I don't know how to say it, same-sex thing with a kid is, like, gross, to say the least. And then you have like Meek. I'm from Philly, by the way. Then you have Meek on the internet talking about warning parents against you, and you on the internet turning up, and you need to like be turning all the way down and not drawing attention to yourself because it's only going to make it worse.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be drawing any more attention to you. I don't know why you think you can't be canceled or why you're, you know, above reproach, but you need to sit all the way down. Like, seriously, I don't know what his demons are. I mean, the drinking, they say, but I don't know. But he might want to listen to you. Like, a wise man would listen to you, but he doesn't seem.
I'm not sure he would listen to me. We have a different relationship, you know? I can come across too strong at times, you know. But you know,
But look at you though. Like, look at your career. Look what you have been through and what you weathered and where you are. He might want to listen to you, whether you too hard.
If I can jump in, let me just say this, and that's why my approach tonight is different from the other two shows. We kicked his back in the other two shows. Did you see us? We went ape shit. Right or wrong? Right or wrong?
Right.
The streets have to eat. The trolling must go on. But, you know, tonight.
I mean, he does the same thing. So, I mean, he has to be able to understand that part.
Okay. Well, yeah, I just want him to pull back. Do you listen to him? What's your age demo? Do you watch his videos, his content?
I'm 40 years old. I just hear it in clips when he does stupid stuff. I don't have a Twitch account or anything, but I know who the guys are and what he gets into. So, you know, like, and I'm aware of his past transgression. Mm-hmm. So, like, I feel like he needs to sit down, like, take a break.
Okay. Well, you know,
I would like for him to go away, but
for the record, I don't want him canceled. I think that he serves a bigger purpose, but then again, I could be wrong. I could just be, you know.
But I feel like if he keeps going right now, he's going to get canceled because nobody's here for what he did. Nobody.
Okay.
And what he doesn't want is like a coalition of mothers coming after him because then you're not coming back from that.
Yeah.
So right now, while you can, you know, at first he was like, you know, he wasn't trying to hear anything, but then he came back, you know, he's sorry, kind of, or however he said it. And like you said, maybe take some time to, you know, dry yourself out or whatever. Like,
I don't think he said the word sorry, quote unquote.
No, he wasn't. That's why I said kind of, you know, like it was like.
He's following my lead. I've never said sorry for anything else on the radio.
But he's not you though. Like he don't have the finesse you have.
I had a lawyer one time that issued a statement in 2006. He apologized for me. I said, well, what'd you do that for? Anyway, listen, let's go to Trump. Condolences to the families. The DC plane crash. What are your thoughts, dear? He's saying DEI hiring.
I feel like, you know, I'm seeing these reports about him gutting the FAA and the Coast Guard and The chief, they said, I don't know who this Robert Wright person is. They said they didn't have an administrator to respond to the tragic crash last night in D.C. Why? Because Elon Musk pushed the agency head appointed under Biden to resign after he fined SpaceX for failing to follow safety requirements. So there's like a bare bones operation going on with the FAA and flight control. Like it's just nonsense going on, and whether it's DEI or not, this happened under the Trump administration. It didn't happen under the Biden administration. And I saw someone who said that, this America reminds me of the Lion King when Scar took over Pride Rock. This is what we're living right now.
Okay.
Remember the Lion King when Scar killed Mufasa?
Oh, okay. Yes. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I had to think about that.
And all the hyenas took over.
Right,
there was no more grass. There was no more food. There was no more sun. That's what it's looking like right now.
Okay. Hey, are you from the New York area?
Philly.
Okay. The Bronx is being gentrified. Do you care? Bronx, New York? Woo, shit.
Well, they
You care?
that sounds wild, but
Don't worry about
they've done it here.
Don't worry about it. I appreciate the call, darling. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Okay. Janet, sit tight. I see you in the queue. And guys, if you're in the queue and you want to get on the line, just email me and say, Star, I'm on the line, area code such and such. I don't know people's numbers by heart. Okay. Okay. Is it RC the Bronx? I'm trying to get as many of your donations on the screen. I appreciate your support. I see what's going on with the BX. I got a video I'm going to play. I didn't know it was like that. The Most High, peace. Are you calling in, sir? Any type of sports updates? The Most High. Be good to hear from you. Somebody else is on the queue. Area code 703. Hey there, 703. Is that who I think it is? On a Thursday?
Yes, Star. Wait. Let me.
Hey.
Can you hear me, or I gotta close this thing right here?
I can hear you. Who's this? Who's this?
Okay, it's Leslie, but
Hey, Leslie.
I got your channel on with the phone. I thought I had to get rid of the YouTube channel so it wouldn't sound crazy. Okay.
How are you?
So I wanted to say just one thing about the academics. I don't, I've seen him before. Hi, chat. I'm sorry. Hi, guys.
We don't do shout outs to the chat. Stay focused. Or I got to get you out of here. Stay focused.
Oh, my goodness. No, listen to me. I was going to say to you about DJ Akademiks. I don't know him from his past, but when you do what he did, and then he did it on some live, and there's no coming back from that. How do you know he's fixed? When he comes out, he wears empty hammer pants so you can't see what's going on down there. You know what I'm saying? You can't come for my kids and have them talking to them like that. And I'm wondering if it's because that lady says, I remember they were talking about him doing some crazy stuff and had to describe him, and I can't pronounce this word correctly.
I don't know who you're talking about, but hang on a second, Leslie.
Academic.
Okay. You said something about lady. I want him to take a step back. Have you ever been through something and you had to take a step back?
Yeah.
Take a knee. Take a knee. Right?
Yes. Yeah. Right.
Go ahead.
But what you're saying, so I don't, like I said, I don't know because he's an alcoholic. I mean, what is his problem? How do you get a pass? I don't understand it from that. I can't. I'm a mother.
Okay.
I'm a grandmother.
Okay.
And there's no, I can't get past that. But okay, that's that. Now I want to say to you about the Trump thing, because I sent you that Cash App, whatever you call it.
Go ahead.
I got so angry when he said it was DEI? DEI. Just because the fact that this, it turns into racism. I remember when you were younger, you remember going to the airport, Newark Airport, wherever you live, LaGuardia, and somebody was flying in, or your parents or something like that, and you're looking out the window to see where they're landing. And once you see they land, you run to the gate. And can you imagine the people that were waiting for their families? And they were there. They were there. It wasn't like they were an hour away. They were right there, you know, where you could touch them.
I'm not sure if I know your point. Can you clarify, Leslie? Because I have other callers. I'm getting backed up. Can you?
No, I was just saying, just what I was saying, the situation that happened. Like I said, I don't know the kids. My grandchildren go to school, 2 of them. I don't know the kids and the family. And for Donald Trump to refer to that as anything but what it was and be compassionate. And these kids, I was just saying, everybody needs to think about this because this is, you know, when you were excited about seeing somebody.
Listen, Leslie, I hate to cut you short. I'm backed up in calls. I think we got your point. Thank you, darling. Thank you.
Okay, bye.
Streets, gotta eat. Act your food. You can't play the victim, homie. I saw him trying to say on a couple of occasions, yo, they hate me, they hate me. Well, you knew that coming out the gate. Can't play victim now. You got a bullseye on your back. Guys, who made the video calling him Act Daddy? A guy with locks. Hang on a second. I want to make sure I give the guy credit where credit is due. Does anybody know what I'm talking about? Blade, I'm going to get to your other donation shortly. Blade says, check your email. Let me bring Janet in. Hold on a second. Hey, Janet. Thank you for your patience. Janet, area code 973. Thursday evening. Give her a second.
Hey, Star. How are you?
I'm great. I'm great. Did we finish exchanging music video emails earlier this morning?
Yes, we did. Okay. Yes, we did.
Okay, where do you want to start? Academics. I'm saying he needs to go to rehab, not counseling, rehab. He's got to protect himself from what I think is coming, a civil suit by this minor. What say you, Janet?
Well, I was thinking about this, and I don't know if I'm off, but I was thinking that maybe Act had a psychotic breakdown because I believe that he knew exactly what he was doing. Okay. And I think his obsession with Drake and want to be so similar to him that he did this. I think he's too smart of a man not to know that this was coming. I think he did this to identify with Drake or take the heat off of Drake, like falling on a sword or something. I think he had a psychotic break. Damn. I really do. I think because he's too smart. This man has a degree in biomath.
Yeah.
You know how hard it is to get a degree in math itself, but biograph. And then this man, he finessed the whole culture and became well known and famous, if you will, and rich off a culture that he's not really he wasn't even born into. I think this man has curves and twists that I think some corners that he get himself in with this girl, with this lawsuit down here in Newark, you ain't getting out of that one.
Hang on a second. Janet,
not getting out of that
hold on. The lawsuit with the female, I forget her name, she's in Pennsylvania. She's in the Commonwealth state. And
right.
He may get out of that. That's a civil suit.
No.
Hold on. If I can finish my point.
Okay.
But he has very arrogantly said that the New Jersey police told him he would never be arrested for that.
Okay.
Well, here's the thing about New Jersey, and New Jersey's laws have changed. And for those who don't know, the state police can double back and get you, dumbass, if they feel the need to. So this particular situation, which has not led to any criminal charges yet, right? New Jersey is the last place you want to be if somebody from another state and or country has the type of charges that this young minor could lay out. Did you get the information that I sent you? The notes?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
Come on.
That's why I'm thinking that yes, he could be charged with this thing online, but I'm saying why he did it, the cause of it. I think he had a psychotic break.
Okay.
I think this man, he has championed Drake for so long that he wanted to actually identify with him and go through the same things that Drake was going through in the media. I think he did it on purpose, Star.
Do you have a certification, Janet, or some type of psychological or medical degree?
No,
Oh,
no,
okay.
I just.
Well, can I ask you to cut the shit and let's get back to? Can I ask you to cut the shit? Let's get back to what we're dealing with. The minor. Let's talk about the minor. Never mind Ak and Drake and what about the minor? Let's focus on that minor, Janet. Come on. I sent you some notes.
Well, yeah, I think that's going to be it's going to be I think this is going to happen. All right. Now, I believe this minor, very smart, very intelligent. He knows his stuff, right? Now they are saying that he has been online in these chat rooms for a long time, getting money from these guys, donations, because he need help. All right. No one has actually come out. They came with the story that he's an orphan, this and that, but there's no tangible proof of that. And I'm quite sure if the guy, I don't know what the story is, but I want to see tangible proof of what's going on. Okay. But I think this guy is money hungry, and I think he's going to.
I'm not going to allow you to slander the minor. You're not going to do that. Right now,
I'm not slandering him.
Well,
I think
you do not call the minor money hungry. Stop, or I'll get you out of here. What we have right now, hang on. What we have right now is a situation that could be very costly to academics. And keep this in mind, Janet, the child is never wrong. Okay? I sent you notes with regards to Malaysia. Do you want to address any of that? I mean, I hear you giving me theories, but I sent you detailed notes about, extradition and other stuff.
Yes, I read them, and yes, it's serious. It's very serious. You showed your audience. The only thing I'm stating is I don't know if there's handlers behind this. Something is wrong, Star. Okay. Something is wrong, and something is not right. Okay. And I think that Act will be sued. He will be called a court of law, police, FBI, CIA. Somebody of the authority will be involved. I don't know when it's going to happen. It's the wheel of justice will turn, and it's going to happen. Okay. It's going to happen because it's serious. Okay. It's very serious, and he's playing with people that of other countries and guardians that he don't know, and they're not going to be playing with him. They're not going to play with him. They're going to come after him, and they're going to come after him full force.
Okay. Janet,
I was just relating.
Okay. Jen, I have to take other calls. I appreciate you.
Okay, bye-bye.
Thank you. Okay. I like Janet, but she didn't address any of the notes that I sent her, Theories are one thing, but this minor, according to Malaysia legal statutes and exploitation of a minor, they can come get Livingston. I'm not wishing it upon him. We're just talking about it. Thank you for your donation. The act should be banned for. Okay, I want to put that on the screen. Whether he's my guy or not, this is the Star Report, the objective perspective. You guys can speak freely. I don't want to, do a whole attacking his character. This is serious. I can't find that donation. I'm going to have to keep looking for it. Pardon me. Guys, you know what? Let me play a video or two. Hold on, because I've been talking about the Bronx. Is the Bronx being gentrified? Also, guys, on the screen is my email address. If you're in the queue, okay, sit tight. Get that video ready here. Okay. Let me bring in area code 240. In the meantime, good evening, 240. Are you there? Talking about academics, possibly going to
Yeah,
rehab.
I'm here. Yeah,
Hey.
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Hey, who's this?
Yeah. Hey, what's up? How you doing? I'm Kay. I wanted to
Okay.
vehemently disagree with the last caller. I think Janet. Not calling you out, sis. To say that academics was suffering from a psychotic break is, for me, sounds outlandish. I think he already took it, like, responsibility for what he did. It wasn't a psychotic break. It sounded like he, in his experience of life, that was a normal thing to do. That's what he said, right? He said, we do this all the time. It's not weird. Y'all are making it weird. So he believes that, if I'm going to believe him, he believes that it was a fine thing to do with a little bro. Now, when everybody else see it, we going to see some weird stuff, because from my perspective, it's weird. But from his perspective, he already said what it was. So I definitely don't think it was a psychotic break. And I just wanted to raise that after hearing what I just heard.
Yeah. Well, that would be a possible good defense. And this is, not a civil suit yet.
Yeah.
But we are exploring different things. And you're absolutely right. He has stated, this is what we do. We were trolling.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that sounds great. But don't you think, not that you have to agree with me, now would be the time to get off of social media before he talks himself into a lawsuit?
Yep, that would be best for him. Like, if you F with him and that's the best for him. If you don't, that's best for him. If you're him, that's best for him to get off of all of that right now. Rehab is a great idea. I hope you told him that. I hope he's looking at this right now. Just take some time off, figure out what happened and get better. Like, we see him drinking all the time. Everybody said that. I'm not trying to attack bro's character. I don't know him, but
are you a mother?
We can see what we see.
Are you a mother?
No.
Okay. Are you an auntie?
Yeah.
Okay. If you had a nephew, hypothetically speaking, a 15-year-old, and he were in a situation that this little guy is in, would you be in his ear telling him how he could file a lawsuit and get a bag and possibly sue Twitch, YouTube, and anybody else?
I mean, if some weird stuff went down, I would say, yeah, honestly. I mean, like, weird stuff went down. You were an innocent child. It was wrong. We all saw it. Get your bag, right?
I'm listening to you.
Okay.
Hey,
well,
are you from New York by any chance? You from New York?
Nah,
okay.
DC.
Okay, DC. Do you want to speak to the tragedy that happened with the plane crash, involving the helicopter? Any thoughts?
Yeah, a lot of thoughts. When I first seen it, like last night, I really got flashbacks of 9/11 because I'm 40. I was a teenager when 9/11 happened.
Okay.
So it made me have that same feeling at first. And I was just trying to get information. Like, we have more sources of information these days. So I went into that mode, but seeing like all of the DMV come together and gather to, Baltimore County came out, Baltimore City came out, Virginia came out, DC came out, Montgomery County, Maryland, like everybody came out, and that's how we do in the DMV to support this mission. But I have a lot of concerns about how did something like this happen. And I have concerns about spreading the message and blaming it on DEI. It just seems convenient to say, like, to roll back DEI and then this happens and now you're tying it together. Like, I'm not dumb.
Okay.
So I have more thoughts, So I don't want to say too much, but I do have a lot of thoughts. That's what you asked me.
I appreciate the call. Thank you.
All right.
Bye now. Okay. Varnell, I got your donation. Okay. Phone lines are open. Guys, on the screen is my email address. If you, again, if you're in the queue, just send me email and say, Storm on the line, and I will bring you in, all right? And Chanel, did I say your name right? Thank you for your support, young lady, okay? Let me bring in area code 470. Good evening. We're talking about a few topics. Are you there? 470. Please,
Yes.
please watch the language.
Good
Hey there.
good evening, Star. How you
Hey.
and company doing tonight?
I'm good. Where do you want to start, dear?
We're great, great, great. Miss Janet, I would like to address you tonight
Oh,
because you've made me very upset. You sound like you're of age, the age of being a matriarch over the community. And for you to get up here tonight with that nonsense that came out of your mouth is unacceptable on all levels. I don't know if you're a grandmother, a mother, auntie, a minor, but you should not be allowed to babysit or be along with any of the minors that are in your family.
oh.
Judging by the things that came out of your mouth tonight, I'm highly upset.
Okay.
And you are a major part of the problem, what's going on right now with our kids.
Mm.
Highly upset. You get yourself together completely before you get up on a platform and make those type of statements about minors, about our kids, okay?
Can I jump in? Can I jump in?
Thank you, Star.
No, stay with me. Stay with me. You know, I want people to give different opinions and or perspectives. I sent Janet some notes, you know, maybe she didn't have time to look at them, but, you know, she's a very smart woman and she is a mother. She's on the line. She wants to talk to you. But, you know, I was hoping her and I could focus on the possible legalities of Akademiks having a real situation. You called her name. Can I bring her in? That's usually how we work here. If you call someone's name and they call back in, you speak to them. Can we do that? Oh, she hung up. She hung up. Okay. Janet, she hung up. I saw you in the queue, but she hung up, Janet.
Yeah, okay. Tell her to call back in.
Okay.
Tell her to call back in. I would like to hear her opinions because she sat up here and she made some statements of herself that wasn't so cool about me. So tell her to call back in.
Okay.
I'll
Can I put you on
tell her
hold?
to call back in.
Can I put you on hold? Let me put you on hold.
Yeah, sure. Put me on hold.
Okay.
Put me on hold.
Put Janet on hold. Hey, is this 917? Please watch the language. You're calling in about the Bronx being gentrified. 917.
Yes, I am.
Hey, how are you, man?
Yep, I can hear you.
Yes, sir. How are you?
I'm good. How you doing? I'm good. How you doing?
I was caught off guard. I mean, listen, I've lived in New York a lot of years. I've never lived in the Bronx. You know, it's being gentrified more than Brooklyn, Queens, Staten Island, and Manhattan put together. I just played a video. You see that?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. It's been going on for some time now. I want to say this first started being talked about, to my knowledge, I want to say like 10 years ago. And I remember it starting with there was the Bronx is burning party. It caught a lot of heat.
Okay.
But it was by like some developers in the South Bronx, and they were trying to change the name to like Sobro or something like that.
Okay.
But there's been so many changes to the entire borough since then.
Right.
It caught a lot of heat. I feel like the projects they were working on fell through, but so much has developed in that time. Since then, you know, I sent in a donation earlier, but you know, we have a drive-through Starbucks in the Bronx. We have a store. There's a new mall. You know, Bay. Are you familiar with Bay Plaza in Co-op?
Yes,
City?
of course.
Yeah, there's a new mall in Bay Plaza. So, you know, it's a 3-story mall, and it's packed all the time. Even Co-op City. You know, you see. I remember I was.
I'm sorry. Your phone dropped out. Say again. Your phone dropped out.
All right. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Go ahead. Say again. Say again.
Yeah. You know, I remember waiting online for the express. I was going to Co-op City, and you see a bunch of white and Asian people moving here. You know, and it costs around, I think the down payment now is like $40,000.
Are you, can I ask your lineage, sir? Your ethnicity? Who am I speaking to?
Sure. You know, my mother's Black American. My father's from Central America.
Okay. If I had to guess, might there be a push by Hispanics? I just showed you Ruben Diaz Jr. He's all for it. Might there be a big Hispanic push and Caribbean push to gentrify it and possibly push out others?
If I had to say, it's funny you mentioned that. If I had to say so, some of the people I've met that have worked in you know, with gentrification,
Okay.
some of the first signs of that are artist types. I work in the creative field.
Okay.
The people I've seen really moving and shaking with that in the past decade have been Puerto Rican, Dominican, and Jamaican, and that have like been making moves. They're shaking, you know, rubbing elbows, kissing babies with Ruben Diaz, et cetera, politicians.
Okay.
I would say absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah. I'm just asking. I don't know if it's certain, but okay. So do you own anything in the Bronx, or are you renting? I think that's what this ultimately comes down to. Do you a business owner? What do you do in the Bronx?
No, I'm renting. And I'm planning on relocating to Georgia. You know, I've lived in New York City my entire. I actually moved back to the Bronx from Brooklyn because Brooklyn got too expensive.
Why are you moving to Georgia? The Atlanta metro area?
Yeah, I do.
For business, or you just you want to be a part of what you think is on the come up, if I can ask?
Well, what's on the come up? You know, I work remote. That like for my career, so
Okay.
I can pretty much go anywhere. And I do want to be a part of what's going on down there. You know, I think I'm done with the New York City tri-state area.
And how old are you? Did you say? I forget.
32.
Okay. Be careful in the Atlanta metro area, sir. The savages are doing the most. It has one of the highest STD, herpes rates, and other things. You know, you got to be very careful down there. But I appreciate the call.
I appreciate it. It
Thank
sounds
you.
just like the Bronx.
Okay, thank you. Okay. All right. If anybody else wants to chime in, is the Bronx being gentrified? Wow. Hey, Chanel, I got your donation. Thank you so much. Old nigga giving game tab since the Bronx has been undergoing gentrification for years now. New developments, new malls, an Apple store, and Okay. Wow. So does that mean the prices are going to rise up on City Island? Okay, Janet, she didn't call back in, Janet. She did call from area code 240. I'm not sure what happened. But let me see if I can bring someone else in area code 917. Good evening. We're talking about a few topics. Are you there? 917?
Yes, I'm here.
Hey,
Yes, how you doing?
I'm
Good
good.
evening, Star.
Who's this?
Yes, I want to first of all just touch on academics real quick.
Okay.
Academics is a product of DEI.
Mm.
He been, you say that he's smart. No, he's been developmentally delayed for his whole existence on YouTube. He's the reason why things have been getting weird for a long time. And it's about time that the fire is on his behind.
Okay.
And I just want him out of the air. Just like, please take a nap for a long time.
Okay. Are you a mother by any chance?
Yeah.
Your mother?
Yeah, I am a mother of 2 boys.
Okay. It's just a theory that I have that the minor will sue him at some point. I'm sure he's got people that, if not already, have gotten into his ear. And the type of transgression that happened to him can be, others can be added into that. Again, the platform that he was on, the moderators or whoever's Discord that was, it can be really, really nasty. So that's why I'm saying I want him to get off social media and go to rehab or something, go to counseling, because I see an onslaught coming. Do you want to speak to that?
I don't even think it's a rehab thing. I think it's Attack of the Nerds.
Okay.
Yeah, he just needs to lay low. That was totally out of line. Like, why are you pushing that narrative on a 15-year-old? That was strange, for a choice of better words. And I'm minding what I have to say, because when I heard what he was saying, it was disgusting.
Okay. To be fair, I'm sorry, I shouldn't say to be fair. The guy, Black Boy Max, I saw a clip with him, and they were having a very uncomfortable conversation. For those of us who watched it, that was a little crazy. So they have been engaging with this minor with that type of talk. So they could all be included in this lawsuit. What do you think of that?
Right. I hope he does get a lawsuit and that young man gets, some college funds in addition to it. That was wild. And he kept, he kept saying that I'm not that word. I'm not sure what I could say no more, on your platform.
Yeah.
But yeah, he kept saying, I'm not that. And they were egging him on. Like, it was strange. And I'm more than certain that he felt uncomfortable in that situation.
Okay.
Because you heard the hesitation from the young man. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. You want to speak to the tragedy, the plane crash? Do you want to say anything about that? Situation?
That was crazy. They had more than enough time to go a different direction. I don't want to start throwing conspiracies out there, but that was wild. I watched the video more than enough times today. Again, my heart goes out to the families that are starting this year with this horrific tragedy. Prayers to them and prayers to these souls that are lost right now.
Okay.
And as for the Bronx, I'm from the Bronx. It's been getting gentrified. I'm born and raised. Okay, hello. It's never.
That totally caught me by surprise. I said more than Brooklyn, Manhattan. I said what? But anyway, I wish you all the best. Thank you for calling. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye. All right. The credit dude, I got you the donation. Thank you for tapping in, sir. They waiting for you, star in Germany. Who, sir? Who's waiting for me? Charles, got your donation. Which Charles is that? I appreciate your support. Okay. Blade says DEI my Brooklyn ass. January the 20th, FAA director was fired. January the 21st, air traffic controller hiring frozen. January the 22nd, aviation safety advisory committee disbanded. January the 28th, buyout retirement demand sent to existing employees. Okay. January the 29th, first American midair collision in 16 years. Okay. Thank you, Blade. Okay. Hang on a second. Okay, Janet, she did not call back in. She called from area code 214. Let me let Janet know so she doesn't have to stay in the queue. Okay, I think Janet dropped out anyway. All right. Area code 917. Is that Charles you sent to the donation? Charles?
Hello, yes,
hey,
yes.
How are you, sir? How are you?
I'm doing all right, thank you.
What do you want to
I called in to speak a little bit about South Bronx.
Okay.
And also I could touch upon the Trump and the plane crash. But what I wanted to say was I called in a couple of weeks ago. I was naming all these books. I won't get into that again. One of them was Amazing Grace by Jonathan Colzel, which talks about the South Bronx. The 15th congressional district has been historically one of the poorest congressional districts in the entire United States.
Okay.
And that's including places like Mississippi, where, there might be poor neighborhoods, but because this is an urban area, the poverty rates are really high. This was kind of like, it was planned that way. And of course it's being gentrified now, but there was redlining in the 50s and the 60s. There was urban renewal and highway program that kind of cut through the Bronx when they built the Cross Bronx Expressway and things like that, which accelerated white flight.
Right.
You had deindustrialization.
Back in the 80s, the Bronx was crazy. All those abandoned buildings, and they even made a movie, Fort Apache, the Bronx, about the goddamn police station. Okay, so you're from the Bronx? I'm sorry. Did you say you're from the Bronx?
I'm from Harlem. My girlfriend lives in the South Bronx, and so I'm there a lot, and I've noticed the gentrification for a long time. Okay. It's been maybe a decade. It's still a very poor area. There's a very high concentration of public housing in the South Bronx as well, which the city has neglected over time. So a lot of these buildings, some of them they fix up, but some of them are just in the worst condition, still pissy elevators and things like that. Water not working, not doing repairs and things like that. So there's this extreme dichotomy between like they're gentrifying parts of it and they're building luxury condos and things like that. And people in the area definitely can't afford it. And then you have people that are still suffering from like poor access to health care, high unemployment, immigration problems, and things like that. So, like, I think what will eventually happen and what they've been talking about for decades is building, one of the things is like commuting to a lot of areas in the South Bronx is difficult. And they're talking about building connecting the 2nd Avenue train line to connect all the way up to the Bronx and things like that.
If I can jump in for a second, and I can appreciate everything you've just said. I personally, I just don't like the Bronx. I've been there. I've been there on multiple. I've dated some girls, beautiful girls who lived in the Bronx, and I've been to the Bronx Zoo. Oh my God! And of course, I just mentioned City Island, all that sort of jazz. But are you going to buy anything up there? Any condos? And the reason why I'm even mentioning this is because now would be the time. Now would be the time to buy something, or a group of investors. What do you think about that?
Yeah, absolutely. It's a perfect time to buy if you're upwardly mobile. It's still going to be cheaper than buying something in Manhattan or or in
Bingo.
Like downtown Brooklyn or something like that.
Bingo.
Great investment opportunity. The only other thing I want to mention was, and I'll say this real quick, was about the plane crash. Is Trump is an opportunist. Why he should be, I guess, but he's been battling for he wants privatization of the air traffic controllers and different things like that are related to regulating just the airline industry in general. So he's been battling that for a while.
Well, hang on a second. Someone sent me a picture. I cannot confirm, but the Black Hawk pilot or pilots, do you know what color they were or lack thereof?
I do not know.
Okay. I don't know if this is a real picture or not. Someone might be trolling, but hey, man, I appreciate the call. I got calls backing up here. Okay.
Yep. Appreciate you.
Thank you
a lot.
so much. Okay. Area code 917. Good evening. Are you there? 917.
Peace, sir.
Hey, Pete, did you send me an email? Someone said they were on hold. It was I think a female. Is that
Nah,
you?
that wasn't me.
Okay. Where do you want to start, sir?
No, I wanted to touch on the Bronx, specifically the South Bronx. I'm from Melrose.
Okay.
It being gentrified, I say absolutely not. It's just they've been building upon areas that's just been abandoned for like 20, 30 years.
Okay.
You can't gentrify Millbrook, Patterson, Melrose, Andrew Jackson. I still think to this day, Cortlandt Ave is the most dangerous block in New York City. How do you gentrify that? The murder.
Well, never mind me, sir. What about the video I just played and they gave a breakdown? What about that? Never mind me. They said it's being gentrified.
Now, I'm not going to lie. I didn't see the video, but like I said it.
Okay.
I don't live in Melrose.
Can I ask you, sir, to watch the video? I'll play it again and then call back because I hear what you're saying. But research has gone into what I just played, and they're saying it's being gentrified. Can you call back? Thank you, sir. Don't call me to argue. I just gave you a source. Someone said they were on hold. Hang on, guys. Everybody hold on. Spanky Big Head, I see you, sir. Who is nine? I think I spoke to this person. Yes, no, maybe. Okay, and Janet, you hung up. That person did not call back. Janet, she did not call back. Area code 346. You've been on hold for a while. Thank you for your patience. Are you there? 346.
Yes. That's me.
Can you turn that down in the background, sir? And please
watch.
My bad. Watch the language, sir. Watch the language.
I got you.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Go ahead, sir. Where do you want to start?
Yeah, how you doing, by the way?
No one cares, sir. Can you get to the topic? Nobody cares. Go ahead.
Yeah, my bad. I want to talk about DJ Akademiks.
Please.
Yeah, you know what? This is my perception of this dude. I mean, he's trying to do a spin right now on the whole situation because it's the same thing he did when he raped the girl. When he had his homies rape the girl. And the next thing starts.
So that has not been proven yet. I need you to just be careful. That has not been proven.
I know. All right.
There is a
I'm
civil
sorry,
suit.
I'm sorry.
It's a civil suit.
I'm
Take it
sorry,
easy.
but listen, this is what I want to say. It's the same. It's the same thing. When he did that to the little kid, the first thing he said, the kid wasn't from America. Like, he played on immigrants, and he's an immigrant himself.
Okay.
You know, and that to me is like, you know, it's sorry. It's pretty sorry, you know. And I want him canceled. I want him banned.
Oh wow.
I mean, everything he did in Chicago. And Star, not to be disrespectful to you, but I blame you. You know, I'm from Brooklyn, so although I got a different area, I'm from Brooklyn, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
And
so I'm from New Jersey. Hang on a second. Don't try to tie me in to academics.
no,
He-
no.
hang on. He said his OGs are Joe Budden and Charlemagne. All right, don't try to pull me into the mix.
Star, how you gonna have? How is the world taking advice from a freaking crackhead? Joe Budden was an addict.
Okay.
Now people are taking advice from these dudes. Come on, this place is crazy, and this is why I blame.
Okay,
you.
so I don't know if Joe Budden smoked crack, sir. I know he has admitted
But
to.
he did. I mean, Thierry, he pretty much explained that a long time ago. But I'm just saying, I'm saying I blame you for not taking the helm on this whole hip hop media.
Oh, stop it, sir. Stop it.
I'm saying I know you've been doing this.
So I'm from New Jersey. I grew up on rock and roll.
And you know what? I want to get back to what you said. You remember that
I'm
whole,
the culture vulture. So hang on. Haven't I been honest with you? Haven't I said I'm a culture vulture? Haven't I said that?
You're not a vulture, but I remember you was on it. But I'm saying that same thing, that same concert you was talking about in Coney Island. I was there.
How old are you?
I'm 50. I'm 52.
Well, I'm 60. I'm talking about a situation that happened and we had to leave and then come back with different guns.
When they had to when they had the stampede and everybody got.
I don't know, so I'm not admitting to anything. Are you a snitch? Where you go?
I'm just saying. Just trying to put in context. That's it, bro.
Right. I appreciate the
But
call,
listen,
man.
no.
My
sir, thing is,
sir, you're trying to snitch. Got to go. Thank you. Let's get that nigga out of here. Nigga said he was there. There where? Spanky, thank you for your support as always, sir. Where do you want to start? Spanky.
Hey, let's start on. Hey, good evening, Star. How are you?
I'm alive, my nigga. Let's go. Come on.
I want to call in about the Bronx. I'm from the Bronx, even though I lived in Jersey for approximately 22 years, but I'm always in the Bronx because I had a family there.
Okay.
I'm in the Bronx every other week.
Okay.
Some of your callers are right. That Mott Haven area, lower part of the Bronx, Mott Haven, they started calling that about Sobro around about 2010.
Okay.
It's been about 10 to 15 years.
Okay.
I've even had some co-workers, some traders, and some financial analysts who have apartments over there. It's definitely being developed, but that's been going on for quite some time. And not the last caller, but the caller before from Melrose, he's also right. You see, that side of the Bronx where they're building that is on the north side of the Bruckner Expressway.
Okay.
You go underneath that highway, you buy Jackson Projects, you're in the heart of Mott Haven. It's real over there, Star. That's not gentrified. And that's going to be hard to gentrify.
Spanky, did you see the video that I just played? Video.
I saw it. Oh yeah. I saw the areas. I know the streets. I'm from the Bronx. I lived there all my life.
Okay.
I'm from the Bronx. But here's my theory on that. So that part where they upgraded is on the north side of the Bruckner. That's like the unofficial demarcation between the upswing of Sobro and Mott Haven. My theory is that because that's near the water. My theory is that their plan, because these plans go into effect years before they actually take hold. I think they want that entire, I should say, northeast side of the Bronx to really be the area for young white professionals. That's my.
Let me stop you right there, sir. Stop right there.
Okay.
Okay. Ruben Diaz Jr., former Bronx Borough president. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. He was in that video. He's in favor of the gentrification. I'm just asking. I don't know. You know, I don't know the Bronx like that. I've been through there and all sorts of stuff. But do you think? Hang on, let me just lay this out, and then I'll let you close it out. Do you think that there's a Hispanic push to take it over? BX.
No, because number one, over the past 30 years, the Hispanic and the Black Caribbean population has always been deep. Now, it used to be Puerto Ricans, but the Dominicans have gotten into the Bronx very deep. Right. And you always had a deep Jamaican and Haitian and other islander population there. But that's more towards the middle of the Bronx, White Plains Road.
Spanky Big Head, with all due respect, the Jamaicans are going to open restaurants. Are they really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Hang on. Restaurants are not going to take over the Bronx. The Hispanics have their hooks in various things, real estate, whether it be what is it? I forget the name of the hospitals up there. Hospitals, credit unions. I'm just asking. I mean, all that Puerto Rican stuff, with all due respect, no. But the upper echelon, pardon me, I think they're making a move. Go ahead, land your plane. I have to bring other people in, please.
I think those businesses, like you said, credit unions, travel agencies, yeah, they're established, but they've been there. I grew up there. They've been there for quite some time. That's not new. That's not new.
Okay. All right. I thank you for your call, man. Thank you.
All right.
Okay. Area code 347. Please watch the language. Are you there? 347. Good evening. Can barely hear you. No, sir, we can't hear you. Make the adjustments, please.
Can you hear me?
There you go. How are you, sir?
Hey, can you hear me now?
There you go. What do you want to start?
Hey, what's up, Star? Good evening, man. Hey, yeah, and I'm calling in about the gentrification in the Bronx and
Jesus,
that whole ordeal that's going on in New York. It's been going on for a while.
Okay.
Started in Brooklyn, actually.
Okay.
I'm from Brooklyn. I'm from Williamsburg, old Williamsburg, not this new gentrified Williamsburg. So it started there and in Greenpoint, Brooklyn. You from Brooklyn. I've heard your stories you saying about Brooklyn.
I'm from New Jersey, sir. I was just passing through the slums. I'm from New Jersey.
Correct.
Yeah.
So it started in Brooklyn, and now they're doing it in the Bronx because it took them a little while to clean that area up. I was living in the Bronx from 2020 till last year in the summer I got out of it. So what they're doing, and I lived in an affordable housing. I went through the lottery and everything. So what they're doing this strategically, if you can notice. They start at the waterfronts.
Okay.
And little by little, they start working their way in. It's not only the Bronx. I'm not sure other New Yorkers are in the chat or whatever. It's also happening in Inwood, Dykeman. Like they're starting to.
Well, the reason why I'm focused on the Bronx is because the source that I just played, it clearly said the Bronx is number one in terms of gentrification over Brooklyn, Manhattan, Staten Island combined. Did you see that?
Yeah, because in Brooklyn, I'm sorry to cut you off, but Brooklyn, they started early. I'm talking about 2004. They started all these little high-rise buildings, and those were private. That's before these politicians stepped in and started forcing these developers to make at least some of these apartments affordable housing, quote unquote. It's not really affordable. They go by your income.
Right.
Like me, I was making.
You're talking about the lottery process, sir. But again, did you see the video that I played? They weren't talking about that. They were talking about people being priced out. Can I ask you to land your plane? Because I'm getting backed up on calls here, please.
Stop. So what I was trying to say is what they're doing now with those buildings, even those buildings, they have to subsidize some of it for the housing Section 8. So for my example, I was paying $2,500 for a 2-bedroom. Meanwhile, there was other residents in the building that it was the same lottery as me, just because they didn't make enough. They were paying $600 and had a way bigger apartment, had a balcony and everything. So it all goes by your income. And what they're going to do, they're eventually going to start going into the mainland of the Bronx once they clean it up. It's just taking them a while. And these politicians like Ruben Diaz that was playing on the video.
Sir, I think you missed the whole point. What you're talking about is a very small part of the process. All that based upon your income stuff, they're past that. It's literally being gentrified. 2-bedroom apartments are going for $3,200.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Some of those apartments, you go on the lottery, and if you don't make at least $100,000, you can't even apply.
Gotcha. I got to take the call, sir. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Thank you. I didn't mean to cut him off, but he keeps talking about affordable housing. I'm going to play the video again. I was surprised. I said, whoa. Not that I want to buy anything in the Bronx, but Leroy, are you calling in? I got your long-ass email. I can't read emails right now, sir. Thank you for star on the line donation at 646 357. Did I pick up this person's call yet? Hey there, DJ Akademiks. I'm saying he needs to get off of social media and, I don't know, go to rehab, counseling, something. I don't want to see the guy, go down in flames. That's my main topic. Would you care to speak to that or the other two discussions? Area code.
Big Elvis, the Chef Rosenberg. I am here, Star.
Hey, man, good to hear from you.
Forget about it.
Where do you want to go?
Oh, man, it's so good to hear from you. I can chime in on everything from Akademiks who needs to go to hell. He needs to get socked in his mouth.
Jesus, okay.
Respectful. Oh, man, I can't promote that. I'm sorry. He needs to get talked to, pulled to the side, have the cope. Yo, he was so dead wrong. I have no respect for him. He's always been a cornball.
Okay.
Always been a cornball. Ever since, we have to give him respect because he came up, he built his empire. But he's just showing us, every empire, they have these people that are like watching you, watching what moves you're making. And, who are the people that are watching him? These are cornballs.
Elvis, can I ask you with regards to the minor? That's more so the reason why I'm saying I think he should get off of social media. Not to clown him, and I get it. There's people who just they want to take shots, but I pulled up information with regards to Malaysia legal statutes and exploitation of a minor. They can literally, from over there, the minor can go to the local police, file a complaint, and the next thing you know, it's a crazy civil suit. Let's focus on that, please.
Right. I think it's crazy that I've been listening to you for so many years, and I don't remember you ever giving anyone advice. You must really like DJ Akademiks. You really must like this man because you never give advice.
That's incorrect. I used to write a column called Hater Advice with Hip Hop Weekly.
Okay. Well, as of the last few years, you abstain from it. You don't do hypothetical.
Hold on.
Give advice.
With regards to this particular topic, I think it could be perceived that I'm doing the most as opposed to trying to give him advice. I see, again, I'll leave this out. I'm not sure how long you were watching. I see this 15-year-old filing a lawsuit. I really do. And he's got plenty of time to do it. Take it from there, please. What do you think? Never mind me.
Yeah, I think most. Yeah, yes, I think the guy is going to sue. It'll behoove him not to parlay this into something where he can even create. Everyone wants to create history. Everyone wants. There was a time they respected them. Certain people got certain respect. Now they just can't wait to have their face in the newspapers and say, look what I did, So I think this kid will clout chase like we're all doing, and I can't wait to see it because, Akademiks, he never did it for me, man. He gave 15 analogies in 7 hours to one subject. And I mean, just because he got it right, everybody forgets the other 14 analogies he gave. He guessed that.
Why would it be considered clout chasing if the minor stood up and did what was right? Why would that be clout chasing?
Well, your interpretation of what is right, Star, and someone else's is contrary. I don't know if suing him is the right thing to do. I think,
Elvis, you're a parent. You're a parent. Right. You remember the old saying, the child is never wrong? Never mind me. You wouldn't want to see the child do what's right, what's morally right. I mean, talking to the child in the manner in which Ak and that other guy were talking to him, that was morally wrong, yes?
Oh, my God, it was horrible, man. I heard all of it. It was horrible.
So the child doing what's right would not be the morally right thing to do, objectively speaking?
Objectively speaking, yes. I still stand on what I said.
Okay.
It's just one person's right, and if we were invaded by aliens and they saw what we do to chickens every day, they might think we're savages.
Got you. Okay.
So, can I tell you about the Bronx?
Yeah, but hold on a second. I'm looking for someone who sent in a donation. 3, 4. Okay, I found the person. Pardon me. Good. You were saying the Bronx. I'm going to play that video again. It's being gentrified from what I can see. Take it away, Elvis, please.
Yeah, I saw it here on your show today. And thank you for that. I like that you're moving in that direction. You're always evolving. What I would say to the Bronx is that what a lot of people don't know is that the gentrification is not being done by the Anglo-Saxon. The white girl is not running
Bingo.
Bronx the way she ran. She's not running to the Bronx the way she ran through Harlem.
Right.
When I lived in Harlem for all those years, the basic white woman was walking around trying to do laundry where I did laundry. The Bronx is a little different.
Okay.
The people that are stepping up and paying those rents all around the waterfront, 155th Street Bridge, Yankee Stadium, that whole area, are packed with blacks, Puerto Ricans, and Africans that got paper.
Okay.
So that 1% of the black man that's making 6 figures, he's there. And he's popping right along the river. Okay. And then even inside, because, Throsneck was the place where they had more cops living in Throsneck in the Bronx than anywhere else in Brooklyn for a while. So, those people are coming down from the Poughkeepsies and all that kind of stuff. All those towns in Newburgh, all those people that would have gone up to Newburgh and Poughkeepsie, upstate New York, they're not doing that. They move into the Bronx and they're finding their space there, and it's not Anglo, and I love it. I'm there heavy.
Okay,
that's a fact.
Elvis, I have to take other calls. I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Big over to Chef Rosenberg.
Yes,
Forget about it.
Forget about it. Okay. Area code 718. Good evening. Are you there? 718. We're having
Star, good evening. What up? Star?
Yes,
good evening.
How are you, sir? Where do you want to start?
I'm good. Yeah, I called to talk about the Bronx. I sent that email earlier about the gentrification, and it's been going on for a minute. Like everybody's been saying, I'm from the Bronx myself.
Okay.
The northeast Bronx, and that area over there by Willis Avenue Bridge, South Bronx. They've been developing that for years. I had an opportunity to invest in that years ago. Didn't have the funds.
Okay.
But yeah, it's going to be big money by the water. Even by Yankee Stadium, they're offering to buy the brownstones over there. I have a friend that has a brownstone over there, and they were offering her money. They offer the whole neighborhood money, and they're actually doing the work they're building.
Yeah.
So
hey, do they still have Mullally Park, or have they cleared that out for some condos? Remember Mullally Park? They're still there?
No, I don't know. I'm from the North Bronx, from the Valley. I don't know about the South Bronx like that, to be specific about the park. Well, but I just know from just traveling
over
through
there by Yankee Stadium. Mullally Park is where the BMX riders always used to jump the vert ramps and all that sort of jazz. It's very well known.
Yeah, I know the area you're talking about now. Yeah, I know the area.
Okay.
I haven't been there in a minute on that side, but I'm not sure if that park is still there or not.
Go ahead.
So I couldn't answer that question.
Go ahead.
But even like the other caller said too, like they're even offering money to buy my parents' home.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm getting it texts, the calls, they're offering money. So would I take it? I don't know. I want to keep it in the family. So
I think that's
I'm gonna stick to it.
I think that's more so what I'm trying to get to here with the people who are more knowledgeable than me. I don't know. I know nothing about the Bronx real estate. Are you purchasing something, or do you own something? Because it looks to me, I'm going to play the video again. It looks to me like it's really on the upswing. Again, more so than Brooklyn, Manhattan, and Staten Island combined in a year or so ago. But go ahead. You were saying?
Yeah, for sure. I definitely want to invest in it. It's on the water. It's close to the city. You're a train ride away, right there. It's going to be popping. They're going to get the gutter trash out of there. It's going to be popping in a little bit. Now's the time to get in. And that video you played, I didn't see that before you played it.
Yeah.
So it wasn't new to me. So
okay.
Yeah, they're doing their thing down there, and yeah, hopefully some people of color can get in there and make some money.
All right. I appreciate the call. Thank you. Thank you.
All right, salute.
And who's on the screen here? Quadero. Okay. The Bronx is definitely being gentrified. Is it moving on up to the South Bronx until the ferry is running on the Harlem River? I have no interest in buying property. I was just shocked. I thought the Bronx is going to be, a war zone for the next decade, if not more. I guess I was wrong. I was wrong. Guess I was wrong. And someone says the buildings are still going up in flames. Okay. At what rate, though? At what rate are buildings going up in flames? It might be old landlords who are planning to sell. If I had to guess, that was the thing back in the back in the early 80s. Landlords were burning their own buildings up. Thank you, Big Elvis, for your donation. Landlords were burning their buildings to get the insurance money. Wait a minute. Here's a guy I want to talk to. Jane Richmond, a.k.a. number 9. Good to hear from you, sir. What's up, man?
Good evening. It's good to hear from you.
You sent me a donation. Thank you so much. And I couldn't get it on the screen, or did I? I forget. Did I put it on the screen?
I think you got it on the screen. It was just me requesting that the big red lipstick, big busty, big breast escort be deported.
Okay.
You understand?
The alleged escort who I don't want to start now.
Yeah, alleged escort that was sent a super chat that asked for me to get deported.
That's
that
right.
one.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, what's going on with President Trump? Did he crash out talking about DEI hiring earlier today with regards to the tragedy?
Well, yeah, he was, horrible tragedy, but very bizarre that a military aircraft would get so close to a commercial airliner. One of the most bizarre tragedies in recent times. I mean, everybody's baffled. Just the way these lines of communications work.
I'm here. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Just the way these lines of communications were jumbled and crossed, and which caused this tragedy. So it was a bizarre thing. But he talked about getting, of course, Trump slipped in getting people who are intellectually savvy, who are smart and able to comprehend these, unique.
Was he right? Was he right?
Well, he is right, because he said that this Obama's DEI and Joe Biden's DEI has really lowered the standards. That's what he said.
Okay. Hang on a second. Someone sent me a picture. I'm not sure of the authenticity. They may be trolling. Supposedly, this is the pilots. Can you check your email and tell me if this is, cap or not? Yeah, I don't know. I've been busy today. Got your email in front of you? And Fabian, did we speak? Fabian, I responded to your email. Fabian and a few other people as well. Give me a second, folks. Number 9. Okay.
Well, this is the first I'm seeing of these pictures. I saw pictures of a Hispanic and a white male in the American Airlines.
Okay.
Plane. This is the first I'm seeing of this individual.
So maybe,
I'm not sure.
Maybe someone's trolling. They sent me a picture. Describe the picture that I just sent you. That I said to the person, "Do you want to call in and speak about the picture?" And they declined. What do you see? What I just
yeah, I see some black male grinning with a Tom Selleck mustache.
Pilots.
That's what I see.
Pilots.
Yeah. A Magnum PI mustache. That's what I'm seeing. It's just very bizarre. It's very bizarre happenings. Now, if it was indeed a black male, then it's unfortunate. Maybe they tend to staple this DEI thing directly with blacks and Hispanics, and LGBT and things of that nature. So if that is the case, then then there is a case to remove DEI indefinitely if people are being put in positions and they are not of the right intellectual capabilities to handle this.
Well, can we speak to any solid information that you may or may not have? You are a news junkie, as am I, but I was really swamped today. I did watch Trump speak about the DEI hirings, and I saw him say bullshit on TV.
Yeah.
What do we have with regards to the pilots or the helicopter pilots? Anybody Hispanic? Anybody? What was?
Well, I saw
Shaniqua in the aisle twerking. When I don't want to make light of this, but what'd you find? Come on.
I saw two pictures. One was a white male for the American Airlines flight, and the other appeared to be a Hispanic male. So these were the two pictures that I saw on the news earlier. Okay. So I didn't see anybody black or any Shaniqua twerking. I don't know. I don't know for sure. But
do you think the left has been sending around pictures to make it appear that they were actually Caucasians, when in reality they were the pictures that I sent you? I don't know. I'm trying to get educated here. What do you have? You're my news guy.
Well,
what do you have?
Well, again, we don't have confirmation. Like I said, the only thing I've seen on the news were two pictures, and this was on Fox. It was a white male and what looked like a Hispanic with a child who was in the military chopper. Okay. Two pictures. Okay. That's what I have.
Let's take it easy. Okay.
Well, no, I'm not saying anything. I'm just the Hispanic and the white and the.
Close to 70 people have passed away. Let's not laugh. This is not a laughing matter. No. Okay. No. Anything else you want to mention? I'm saying DJ Akademiks should get off the social media. I want to see him, really, I don't know, man. Just take it down. Come back in a week or two. People need to see remorse or something. You can't just keep going live and he's streaming. Why? Just pull back, man. What do you think? What are your thoughts? Number 9.
Well, he has a fan base. He's one of the most popular.
No one has fans. No one. That's an old term. No one has fans.
Well, he has viewership, and he has people who highlight his content. So, which makes him popular in a sense. So, he does have traffic to his many different platforms, or his main platform. Again, he is a part of this content creation realm that we're in now. So he does get the eyes on him, and he does get that viewership that he needs.
His numbers are down, number 9. I've done the research. His numbers are down. I'm not just shooting from the hip here. He's got 900,000 subscribers on his @King Akademiks channel. His numbers are 22,000 for a 22-minute video, a 1-hour video, 16,000 views, a 10-minute video, 13,000 views. His numbers are down. His chat niggas don't want to hear from him right now. If you don't have information, just say, I'm not sure, and we'll keep it pushing.
Okay, I'm not sure, but I do have my opinion.
Okay.
I think he should move to Phuket, Thailand. Okay. Where he has an abundance of lady boys and young, and boys and whatever he desires, and then should start streaming from there. Okay. He should go to Thailand.
Okay.
And then take up shop, leave the country, go to Thailand. He has options. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay. Hey man, good to talk to you. We'll catch up tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay. Gene Richmond, thank you for tapping in. Someone sent a donation. I don't think the person wants their name being said. Star, when I was dating a Puerto Rican sex worker who lived in the South Bronx, I was shocked to see entire sections of the South Bronx converted into condominiums. In hindsight, this all makes sense since all of Manhattan and Brooklyn are fully gentrified. So the Bronx becomes the next option for developers. Much respect to you. Thank you, sir. Yeah, I don't know why I'm shocked. I would never live in the Bronx, but I guess it's because what I've known it to be, I've known it to be. Someone was on hold. I don't know what happened to that person. Area code 484, please watch the language. It's late night. Okay, their phone dropped out. Area code 914, please watch the language. We're having a healthy discussion with regards to a few topics. Are you there?
How you doing, Star? How you doing?
How are you, sir?
I'm great. Thank you for asking. Now, there's a couple of things I want to talk about. Well, the DJ academic thing, I totally agree with you. I think the most times that he got most of the viewership was through that whole Tekashi 6ix9ine thing. That's when he got his little claim to fame. And then after that, he's been kind of like a groupie, so to speak. And it's sad because brothers like you, I remember you way back.
Hang on a second, sir. Hang on a second. And let's keep it on him. Never mind me. No, sir. He's a social.
No, I'm just saying.
Hang on, sir. He is a social engineer. He's a social engineer. And in his latest video that came out 7 hours ago, next album, Crucial, Akademiks reveals majority of the industry wants Drake's next something. I don't know. He says his biggest payday was the Kendrick versus Drake feud. He says, so never mind Tekashi. So he's that guy. I'm not trying to say he's not, but what do you think about him pulling back? Time off, time away.
I mean, I'm not really a big fan of him, to be honest with you. So I always kind of like, I'm old school. So
no, am I. I'm nobody's fan. But what do you think about him pulling back?
Yeah.
Do you have thoughts on that?
I mean, like I said, he doesn't seem genuine to me.
Okay.
So it's kind of, so him back doesn't really affect me no way or another. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You know what I mean? So like, I just be honest with you, like, you know, like I was trying to say, like, I just don't think it's more for young people rhetoric, more so than people my age.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Who has little substance in there, you know, information they're getting. It's like almost, I wanted, like, I digress. Digress, you know, even say Charlamagne, for instance, like, I'm not a big fan of him either. You know, it's just kind of like, you got these people who have some kind of opinion with no knowledge base behind it. And it's just kind of like, you just saying stuff and just putting lies and untruths to the people out there. They believe it. And then you're like, that's not the case. And then people like, when you really know the truth, can't even tell them that the truth is because they're so diluted what they see on social media. And that's sad.
Stay with me. I like what you're saying. Stay with me. Are you a father?
No, I'm not, sir.
Okay. Either way, I can respect what you're saying. But now, as the old saying goes, children are the future. Yes?
Absolutely.
Okay. In a sense, I feel like, hang on. Let me speak, so I let you speak. In a sense, I feel like it's almost my duty to speak to him. You know? You can't just you can't just turn your back on them and watch them, you know, crash and burn, so to speak. Never mind the connection between he and I. If you know, if we, us, whoever, claim to have a some type of compassion about hip hop or rap music, you got to speak up sometimes.
Exactly.
You got to speak up.
I agree with you.
I'm speaking up. I'm speaking up. I think he needs to pull back.
You know what? I commend you on that. Let me say, add to that. I commend you on that. But you got to understand something else. That you got to understand. This generation don't listen to us no more. They think they know everything. Everything is for young people right now. Everybody, every time I listen to hip hop, now I don't want to dabble in music, whatever. But everything was all catered to young people. I was like, well, does old people listen to music anymore? You know, like does people my age like? I like music, but it's more so you got people calling themselves the babies. How many babies we got out there now?
Okay.
First it was young.
Okay.
Now they're babies.
I hear you loud and clear.
I'm sorry to be disrespectful, but I'm just saying.
It's fine.
You can't call yourself baby in jail.
Okay. I appreciate you calling in. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Peace. Peace. Yes, sir. Is it Shatira? Hey, Shatira. Yeah, I think Patra 2.0 has given me my walking papers. I haven't spoken to her since, I sent her a text. She didn't respond ever since the whole me playing the Cooking with Kaya videos. I got to give her a little time. Give her a little time to I guess maybe you know, think about what she's doing. Leroy, I got your message, sir. Thank you so much for tapping in. And who is calling from area code 440? Are you there? Good evening.
Yes, hello, sir.
Boris.
This is Boris calling again.
Hey, man.
Yes.
You got the notes that I sent you?
I did. And I hope, Star, that you didn't call the feds like you said that you would on Monday, because whatever you sent me, this is beautifully constructed to end academics. Because every clause over there will terminate him. Between a minor between 14 to 17, he would have to do 10 years to life, and then he would have to pay restitution, for anything related to the minor's, trauma or anything like that. He would be out of here. I do agree with you after reading that he needs to take time off because, he is dealing with a minor. Teenagers are very fickle. They can be happy one day and upset the next day. Right. And as you know, he comes from a very impoverished background, so he claims Noor, right? So if Akademiks has to be on his best behavior, because if he sues him, he has everything recorded online. Right. The internet is forever. Right. And he would be pretty much screwed. And also, Noor has Palestinian background, and he lives in a Muslim country.
Yes.
So you know how they feel about the Batiman stuff over there.
If I can jump in, if I can jump in, he's a Palestinian refugee. His mother passed away.
Correct.
And he does not speak.
And they do not play about that.
He does not speak Malaysian. Black Boy Max said that's why he spends so much time online, because he doesn't interact with Malaysian kids. So he has also been on the courts crying for money. And I'm just, I'm thinking, hey man, at some point somebody's going to say, well, listen, I know how you can get a real bag. Let me explain something.
This is what I'm saying. And based on what you sent to me, the Malaysian government can cooperate with the U.S. government, and the Malaysian government can get the bag out of Akademiks as well. So I think it would be in his best interest to cool the flame, to lay low from the internet a little bit, because he is walking a very thin line over here. Mm-hmm. And, I hope he did not call the feds, because if the feds know about this, he's out of here.
Well,
that is everything.
Listen, I'm letting the younger generation do what they may. I mean, I do the research, and I don't have an axe to grind or a score to settle, But I mean, hopefully he'll take heed to what I'm saying tonight. I don't know if Charlemagne or Joe Budden is telling him, hey man, fall back, but somebody needs to say, hey man, fall back. Take a week off. Yeah. Take 2 weeks off.
And to correct the audience, he did not apologize. He was telling everybody, you are a vagina if you are apologizing. If you still listen to me, you are a vagina. He called them all that. He basically clowned everybody. Right. He said, do not be cool with me. Something along those lines. Yeah. He said to them that you shouldn't be cool with me. You showed your true colors, how you feel about me. Let's not be cool together. Right. He had a mini meltdown, right, where he was saying to Black Boy Max, I used to promote your videos. Now I can charge up to $3,000 per video. Right. He was having a Saucy Santana 2.0, meltdown. So he is burning bridges. He needs to lay low.
Yeah.
And,
Well, hey man, I'm glad you took the time to look at the notes. I said I'm not going to post.
Yeah, and also, I showed you. I sent to you the proof of his age. Did you get to take a look at it?
The proof of what?
Of the Akademiks' age. I sent to you after the last time that I.
Well, listen, I know what you sent me, but I saw his information in his wallet. So it's tomato. It's whatever it is. Okay. He's of age.
If you need my assistance, you can. I'm always an email away. You know where to find me.
I appreciate you, but I just I want people to, at least anybody who he listens to, hopefully he will take some time off. Thank you, Boris.
100%.
Thank you, Boris.
No problem. Have a good night. Bye-bye.
Is this the person who helped me out earlier with research? Calling from area code 206.
Hey, Star, how you doing?
Hey, Sunday, how are you?
I'm good. I was listening to the very beginning. I wasn't sure if I had anything to add,
Okay.
but I kind of finally came up with a position
Okay.
that doesn't, lean either which way.
Okay.
On DJ Academics.
Please.
So I wanted to share that. Yeah. So my thing is this: if I were him, right? Like if I could put myself in his shoes, I don't like his content. It's very hard for me to watch his stuff because I don't know, he's just so like hard to like. But what I will say is some of his talking points I agree with, right? So I don't see him as a villain in this situation because I do think that he has the ability to empathize with individuals that are in trouble. And I think that's why he keeps highlighting on his page. He's somewhat of a surrogate advocate for people that can't really speak for themselves. That's what I see him as a lot of the time. And so in this instance that he's in now, I think the only way that he can redeem himself is if he locates the guardian of the child and begs for mercy, pleads with
Bingo. Bingo.
And
Bingo.
I think if he's as smart as you say he is, because I don't see you throwing that word around. Like if you're saying, I don't know, obviously I don't know this guy. I don't think having a degree makes you smart, but essentially if you say he's smart, then he must be on a flight to Malaysia right now. And he must have already contacted a Malaysian attorney to help facilitate compensation for his huge, huge mistake. That's what I think a smart person would do. And not talk to the boy, not make any contact with the boy, just simply speak to his guardian who is an adult. And so there would be no crime in that. It would be unlawful if he spoke to the child again and made additional contact. That would be criminal. But if he went and just said, you know what, your uncle's your guardian, I'm going to plead and beg for mercy with your uncle. They might not even know the magnitude of the situation. On the American side, people know and they're blowing it up, but in his country, maybe they don't. And I think that he still has a chance to wiggle out if he comes up out of some cash. I think his degree plays a role because one of the things that I learned.
If I can jump in real quick, Sunday, before you continue on. Yes. So not that you had to see the show from earlier. He's book smart. Clearly, he has a degree in biomathematics. Very smart. But during the beginning of the show here, I said he's not street smart. And I wasn't saying that to clown him. He said himself, I'm not a street nigga. Street guys, hustlers, dealers, whatever, niggas, street people have the inner sense to know when to get off the block when it's hot. He doesn't have that. I learned that from them. Early 80s. Sometimes you have to get off the block. It's too hot. If we're out there, we're going to get caught up. So when I say he's smart, he's book smart. But I really think he has to get off the block right now. Now, with regards to what you said, him going to Malaysia, to my knowledge, Black Boy Max is his mentor. So if Ak is going to talk to anybody, he needs to talk to Black Boy Max. I don't know if that relationship has been severed or not, but I think the last thing Ak wants to do is actually go to Malaysia. They catch him over there, we won't see him again.
Well, either way, he can still do things remotely. He can contact legal representation in Malaysia to have the guardians kind of do a conference. He doesn't have to go over there, and you're absolutely right. And then from there, he can, make his case and plead for mercy.
I think he should. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I think he should try to offer, a bag to the minor. Because you and I spoke earlier, and guys, in case you don't know, this is Sunday who I'm talking to. I sent you these notes that I got, but you were telling me, don't put your business out there. You were telling me something about how long a minor can file a civil suit. Yes.
Yeah, there is no statutes of limitations. Anytime there's an assault done to a minor, you can file at any time.
Right.
And so if he were to make the foolish mistake to say, oh, he hasn't done anything, he won't do anything, that's a mistake.
Right.
Because the statute is non-existent and it protects the child from being able to file at any point in time.
Right.
You know, a lot of the time when children become victims of an assault of any form, it takes decades to even realize or comprehend what even happened.
Right.
You're like, you didn't even know you were assaulted because of, you know, by ways of grooming or whatever. You had no idea that things were inappropriate until something puts it in perspective. And usually it takes decades. And so he has to do something now before it gets way out of control. I just want to say one final thing about DJ Akademiks.
Come on.
With his degree in mind and the way that he handled his civil suit that's pending, it shows me that he's a Scrooge. He doesn't want to come up, you know, he doesn't want to lose his money, right? I think it was so hard for him to get the money that he has, and I don't know what that number is, that losing it would be so hard for him to recoup, especially with his name in the mud. And so I personally, like, because you said earlier his numbers are down, right? So if he lost half of his wealth, he's not going to easily get that overnight again. He's going to lose sponsorships and deals because of the affiliation with what he's done. And so I think the smartest thing is for him to settle, to make the public apology that is factual and sincere, and to say that he advocates for, you know, victims and he's not a perpetrator. And so I think that, you know, he can just say, I was talking to him like a little brother and I took it too far and I apologize, you know, whatever. But I do think that if he is money-minded, which he seems to be, he has to protect his assets and, like you said, come up, you know, with a number and plead for mercy through his guardians and not directly through the child.
Yeah.
That's what I think would be the best thing.
I appreciate everything you said. And Gene Richmond.
And I said that because I know he's listening to you right now. And,
we don't know. Listen, I'm not acting like, you know, he's watching. I don't know. But we are hopeful, or I'm hopeful, that he does take time off. But do you want to respond to Gene Richmond? You and he were taking shots at each other. I mean, he called you out. You know.
Is he calling from Haiti? Where is he calling from?
Connecticut.
Did they deport him?
He's calling from Connecticut.
Okay, so my report didn't go through. So let me call again to immigration before he approaches me.
Okay. Good to hear from you, Sunday.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. Okay. Alex, I got your donation. Alex says, because this alleged crime happened over the internet with a minor in a foreign country, do you think Interpol could get involved? Alex, can you email me right now? Let me send you something. Please email me. Anybody else, you know, if you haven't done the research, you know, there's my email address right there. I don't want to post what I have in the community section. That would be doing too much. Someone says, this will blow over. Okay. Okay. I hear you. If you ask me, it's picking up traction. What's the white guy's name? Is it Brandon? He's a good content creator. I think his name is Brandon. He released a diss track recently and then a video for like 58 minutes going in on Akademiks. This is the guy, correct me if I'm wrong. He goes to the trenches. Let me just make sure. Is his name Brandon? He was in Philly rolling with the thugs, and a couple of days or a week after he put boots to the ground, one of the guys was killed. He's now clapping at Akademiks. So no, man, to answer your super chat, this isn't blowing over, man. No, he's got to take, at this point, if you ask me, preventive measures. John, I got your donation. Star, I suspect that you are intentionally self-sabotaging your relationship with your part-time girlfriend. No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. I'm giving her space. I have not called her any names. Her name is not even Patra. I call her Patra 2.0 after the dance hall artist. I'm giving her space. And maybe she'll cool off, you know, and then call me or text me and say, I got the cow foot soup, and then suck her teeth. But thank you for your donation. Okay, now he's calling back. Jesus. Can I ask you to hold on a second, number 9? Hey there, thank you for your patience. Area code 484. Please watch the language. Are you there? 484. Good evening.
Yo, Star, big fan, man. Since the Buck Wild.
Sir, we have no fans, sir. Please get to the topic. I got no fans, sir. Where do you want to start, sir?
I bet. Honestly, with the academics thing, we all know he ain't taking no break, man. It's the money. It's all about the money. He doing these dumb shits for the.
You have to watch your language, sir. I just said watch the language. I just said it.
My bad, but we all know he doing it for the money, man. At the end of the day. He's not going to stop doing what he's doing. And at the end of the day, Akademiks, big platform. He built it up himself. I'm not trying to give him too much, but he know he was wrong. Come on. How you hear, you got all that money, you hear this kid talk about grooming and all this other stuff you talking about, and if you didn't think to yourself or you don't got nobody on your side to sit there and say like, yo, bro, you wildin'. I don't know.
How old are you, sir? How old are you?
30, 33, 34 this weekend.
What money are you talking about? I don't think he has all that money. I really don't.
You don't think he's making anything? You don't think he's doing at least better than the regular?
He's making money, but when you say all this money, what are you talking? Millions? What are you talking?
I mean, it doesn't. Let's say hypothetically, he's not making the millions or whatever like that. He shows it's ego at this point for him. He's not going to stop. He's going to keep trying to do it. He likes showing off his cars. He likes talking all the stuff he talks. At the end of the day, it's all about.
Where are you from, sir? Where are you from? Where are you from?
I'm actually from the Bronx, but I moved to PA.
Okay. So you don't know when niggas are pump faking and stunting? You see a nigga in a big house and a bunch of cars. Ooh, he got money. You got a lot of niggas out here living above their means.
It's not
cars are leased. Hang on.
Hang on.
All
right, my bad.
Cars are leased. 30-year mortgage. A lot of niggas stunting, sir. They ain't really got it. A lot of rappers, doing all of this. It's prop money. We're just having a conversation. Go ahead.
No. I hear you. I hear you with that. I definitely hear you with that. But at the same time, it's still like he's not going to mess up the money he's making.
Okay.
At the end of the day, he's not going to sit there. He's not going to mess up. He beats with too many people. And at the end of the day, this is ego. It's an ego thing. Even how he constantly talks, every time he got a problem, bro, it's literally, oh, nobody can touch me. Nobody can do this. Nobody can do that. It's an ego thing. And maybe he is making the money he claims.
Let me ask you a question before you go. So you say you're from the BX, born and raised?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think he's streaming? Do you think he's streaming because he ain't really got no money? He's trying to save money right now. Think that's plausible?
For the hours he's streaming, he got to be making something, man. Right. Ain't no way you dedicate.
That wasn't the question, sir. You're not listening. You're smoking a blunt and you can't even think. Thank you, sir. Good night. I don't sit here and listen to some nigga smoking a blunt. You can't even understand what I'm saying. No disrespect, but the nigga might be streaming now, knowing good and goddamn well he should not be streaming because he's trying to save some Skrilla before they turn off his goddamn monetization. Guys, there's my email address on the screen. Is it Daryl? Daryl got your donation. Trevor, send me an email with regards to, I got your cash app. Thank you so much. Send me an email. I'll send you what I have, but I'm not going to post what I have in the community section. Star is pocket watching. Well, you don't think the IRS and the police are pocket watching? You think you're going to get up on the internet and do a whole lot of stunting and flexing and flossing, and the IRS and the police and the hip hop police aren't watching? Oh, here we go. Ecuador, area code 760. Ecuador, how are you, man? It's cracking. We're shaking.
I'm good, man. I'm good. How you doing?
Good. Where do you want to start?
I'll start with academics, but I want to start with I want to give you props because I've learned many lessons about life from you.
Okay.
One of the biggest ones applies to this case with academics, and it took me a long time. You have a lot of sayings that you repeat many times, but it takes time to really understand the meaning behind the words. And the one that I'm going to mention right now is when you say you're not a fan of anybody. And
no, I'm nobody's fan, but at the same time, I don't have fans.
Yes.
Yeah, fuck a fan. I don't got no fans. The niggas either support me or hate my guts. Fuck a fan. Go ahead.
Yeah, but the reason why I that's one of the best things that I've learned from listening to your show. It's because I've noticed when people start becoming fans. Fan is the short term for fanatic.
Fanatic, yeah, that's what
when you're a fanatic. Yeah, when you become a fanatic, you start becoming blind to things that go against your morals.
That's right.
So you're no longer able to and that's why you see people capping for people they like. And then when that thing happens to another person they hate, they'll be the first ones to be shitting on that person, and then you're like, "Yo,
Ecuador, you have to watch the language. You have to watch the language."
I'm sorry. They'll be the first one to talk foul about that person, and then you're like, "Hey, but you didn't have the same energy when your homie was caught in the same situation." And that's why, I now every time I feel like I'm getting really into it could be any person that even you, I know that I cannot become a fan. I always have to take a step back.
That's right.
And then just I don't have to agree with 100% of what you say, right? So now when it comes to academics, I follow him as much as I follow your career, what you're doing right now, right? So I'm really, dude, I've learned a lot of stuff from academics. But because I have this in my mind, this saying that you teach your audience, I was able to right away. I don't know if you remember when I called. I said, yeah. Once I learned the whole conversation, yes, I will say he effed up. There's no excusing that. He effed up. He made a mistake. Now,
Ecuador, I gotta cut you short because we're kind of past that discussion. Where we are right now is Hang on. Where we are right now is I'm saying he needs to get off social media. Again, in case you missed the analogy that I gave earlier, street niggas know when to pull back when the block is hot. He doesn't know that. He's not a street guy, and that's not to clown him. I was born and raised in the suburbs. I had to learn in 1982, running with the shower posse. We got to pull back. We got to get out of here and come back with different guns. That's all I'm going to say about that. There's no shame in knowing that you're losing a battle. But when you foolishly keep going and keep digging and pounding, you can then ultimately lose the war. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I'm saying he needs to fall back, in my opinion. I need you to land your plane.
Okay.
People are calling in.
Okay, in my opinion, he doesn't need to pull back, and this is why.
Okay.
At the end of the day, the people that hate him. The fans are the ones that are going to see behind the context. At the end of the day, everybody knows. If you look at the context, he wasn't trying to do the P-word thing, right? It's not like his friend Lil Boom that was caught on camera in the Walmart doing that thing. It was a bad taste conversation with a minor that should never happen. But everybody that uses brain cells, they know that he wasn't trying to take it to the next level to become assault. So, yes, once you get over that, you understand that he's not going to get canceled. He's going to have a bad couple of weeks.
Okay.
But at the end of the day, everybody knows that that was not his intention. That's very...
No, sir, we don't know that, Ecuador. Maybe you feel that in your heart of hearts.
No, he's in a conversation with like multiple people. If that was
Ecuador, listen to me. I'm trying to let you land your plane, but don't try and sway what you think he's thinking or what we should know. No, sir. He violated the rights of a minor. That's a fact, whether you like it or not. That's a fact.
Yeah, that's true. That's
a fact. So all that fan stuff again, and let me correct you. Let me correct you like I had to correct Akademiks earlier in this broadcast. Nobody hates him. He's food right now. We love the nigga. I'm here to feast off of his carcass. I might do a whole goddamn week's worth of shows. The nigga's paying bills. Nobody hates him. Get all that hate shit out of your mouth. That's the victim mentality. No, we want you to, you see, in reality, people want him to keep going so we can continue eating. I'm trying to help the dumb nigga. Are we clear, Ecuador?
Oh, we're clear. Have a good show, man.
Thank you, sir. Good night. I'm coming here glazing the nigga, talking about, oh, people hate him. Nobody's got fans. I ain't got no fans. I got assassins. Alex got your donation. Okay, Alex, I'd love to see what you. Okay, give me. Hold on, this man spends scroller. I'm sending out the paperwork to people who. Well, it's research, pardon me. To people who want to know what King Ack might be facing. Yeah, man. You need to fall back, nigga. You ain't special. The internet is undefeated, in case you don't know. Okay, Alex, check your email. I just sent you information with regards to Malaysia legal statutes and exploitation of a minor. Pow, okay. Who sent the donation here? Hey, Patrice. Nice to hear from you, darling. Okay, guys, I don't really have my contacts in. If there's somebody in the live chat who wants to call in, just send an email. Say, Star, I'm on the line. And you can get on the line, okay? Trevor got your donation. Trevor, did I respond? I think I did. Yes, no? Okay, Big Elvis. Okay, well, who's on the line? You got to give me an area code. Who's on the line? Who? What area code? Hey, Tiffany. What area code? Give me an area code. Resvolt says, hello, reaching out to see about the background research. Okay, who are you? Did you send in a donation? Are you broke? Okay, I don't know who you are. Let me go to area code 34. Well, I'm sorry, somebody was tapping in from, I don't know what happened, 832. Good evening, please watch the language. Are you there? Area code 832. Yes, no, maybe, late night. Give you a second. We're doing research. We're having a discussion. Okay, folks, I have to go. I can't let you kill the vibe. Thank you, and good night. Okay. Area code 773. Are you there? Good evening. We're having a discussion. Please watch the language. 773.
Hi.
Hey.
Calling in just to, hey, how's it going tonight?
Hey, how's it going, baby? Who's this?
Okay. I just called to tune in on everything you guys are saying, just kind of piggyback off of the previous conversation.
Okay.
I'm not a fan of Akademiks at all. I want to make that clear.
Okay.
I really have a big problem with him because of all the issues that he started in Chicago. The lives that he didn't start it, but he didn't start it. He instigated. He instigated a lot of it, and a lot of lives were lost. People are in prison, and children now without fathers because of his instigation. It's not the only reason why, but he played a part in that. So he has been doing this for a long time. He has ruined people's careers. He has bullied women and men and transgenders or whatever you like to say about that. He has a long history of that, okay? Now, I don't think nobody has really thought about this. Out of all the years he has bullied and bothered people and, presented with this big bravado knowing that it's really, I don't think that it's really real. I think that he's trying to emulate or imitate the people that he admires, probably like rappers and stuff like that.
Okay.
Now, the last person he bullied.
If I can jump in for a second, everything you've just said could be the same thing said about Star. But now, with regards to the minor, okay?
Yeah.
This is different.
Okay.
This is different. The niggas in Chirac, they could have taken the chance to crash out when he was sitting there talking to I forget the guy's name, on Everyday Struggle, and the other rappers, they could have done whatever it is that they wanted to do. But this is a minor. This is a difference. This is different. So can you speak to that?
This is what I'm leading up to. I may be moving a little bit too slow.
It's okay.
But I wanted to say the last person that he had an incident with or that he mentioned was LeBron James, right? And I just wanted to say, out of all these years of really harassing people, this is, to me, I don't know, this is the person, like, once he said something to him, all of a sudden these things come out. Now, he has said that in his Discord, he has said things like this for a while. So I would like to know how this tape even got out. You know, how do we even know about this? And I don't know, it just seems like it's a setup in some kind of way. Not saying that he didn't do anything wrong. He did something absolutely wrong. But why is it that now all of a sudden him talking this way to minors, which I don't think is his first time, now all of a sudden it's brought to the forefront for everyone to see and for him to be judged? You know, so my suggestion...
Can I respond to what you just said, darling? Can I respond to what you just said?
Yes.
With all due respect, miss me with that why now conspiracy bullshit. Miss me with that. Okay? We got a nigger who violated a child. Are you a mother? Are you a grandmother?
I am a grandmother and a mother.
Fuck LeBron James and why now? Fuck all it. Please stop laughing. I'm not laughing. I got no fans. I'll bang on you. But don't come here with that, why now, LeBron? He violated a child. Can you speak to that?
Yes, I think that he's absolutely wrong on that.
Okay.
And I think, I believe that he should, that's why I'm probably talking a little bit slow. I think that he should bow out gracefully. I think that he should right all of his wrongs. Okay? Not just to this child, but to everyone. He should apologize to the people who careers he's ruined. He should.
Damn an apology. You're a grandmother. What are you going to do about it? See, now you got me turned up. What you going to do? Never mind apology. What you going to do, huh? What you going to do?
What am I going to do? You know, there are things going on. I'm trying to tell you.
Baby, listen. I'm trying, but listen to me. See, this is the difference. How old are you, baby? How old are you?
I'm 49.
Okay. If a Jew woman, 49 years of age, called up in here, she would be talking about what she's going to do, not laughing and giggling, talking about conspiracies. Are we clear?
Yeah, we're clear.
Thank you. Good night. Protect your goddamn children. Protect your culture. Did I bang on her? I don't know. Who's texting me? Is someone calling in? What number? What number? I'm not saying anybody's name until I get a phone number because sometimes I pick up calls and it's a troll. What number? Please, what area code? My goddamn email address is on the screen. Send an email. My eyes are bad. Hold on a second. Number 9, Sunday didn't want to talk. What are we doing? Number 9, she was pump faking or something. I don't know. 347. Good evening. Are you there? Please watch the language. 347.
What do you think?
So, what up?
Hello.
So, what up?
Hey, who's this?
What are you saying?
So this is Hassan Campbell.
What's going on with you, young man? Good to hear from you. What's cracking? Let's get to it. Let's get right to it.
I'm so happy that you put that chick in her place. The last caller is like you 49 years old and you talking like that, like you a grandmother. Where's that urgency to protect the child?
Can I ask you to come closer to the phone, Poppy? You sound like a little far away. I want to hear what you're saying. Can I ask you to come a little closer?
All right, let me take this Bluetooth off. Okay. Yeah, the urgency of that woman. It's like you're 49 years old. Like, listen to her. I'm glad you checked her, because I swear to God, I was just cursing in my brain, and I'm hearing Star talking about no cursing, and I'm like, I'm going to get on and start cursing, but you checked her. Like, oh my God.
I don't want to bang on her, man, but I mean, like, we're talking about a minor, and we have the evidence. Never mind all that conspiracy. What about now stuff? Anyway, man, are you and Axel cool? Because I know you guys at one point you connected. You guys cool?
Not when you listen, man. I can't be cool with nobody that crossed that kind of line. See, the thing that people are missing, right?
Let's go.
Is that this nigga had like the way that he was. If you sit back and you really, really watch, you can see the predator coming out of him with that little boy. That was a predator. He was showing how comfortable and how he didn't care. Right now, he was the teacher at the daycare. Mm-hmm. That child was a care that Akademiks was babysitting on TV, and we got a chance to see the real Akademiks. And now some people are sitting up there saying, "Oh well, in the hood." They do that type of stuff in the hood. Nah, not everybody. There was niggas in the hood that told you to go to school when you was outside on the block. The drug dealer said, go to school. Some of them told you, don't get in trouble. Do the right thing. Don't be like me. That nigga right there, he started to show you. If that wasn't on camera, and this was behind the scenes in his mansion, with a bunch of his friends, we could already read the headlines. No. That nigga need his TV turned off.
Well, I don't want to go there, but if you get a chance, email me. I want to send you something by way of research. You may or may not already have it. So yeah, man, I'm saying he needs to get off his social media. However, there is a real focus and a concern about him because he's not really apologizing. The internet, as you know, is undefeated. Anything you want to mention on your platform is something that you may or may not be involved in to address him, at another point in time?
I'm good. I gotta salute you for being consistent and staying on these topics. Like, first of all, without Star, there wouldn't be no Hassan Campbell.
Salute.
Let me say that right now. Without Star, all these other niggas like to take credit for a fight that Star put the gloves on and cocked the hammer back and let it go. This hammer that y'all see wilding on the internet, Star cocked me back and let it go. Pause. No homo. It is what it is, man. And I really appreciate you for really standing on these topics, because there's a line that has to be drawn in the sand, and sometimes heads gotta roll. And Akademiks, you put yourself on the menu, my nigga. Yeah. You put yourself on the menu playing with children. Yeah. You don't talk to children like that. And then you got nerve enough to be cocky talking about you don't need nobody. Nah, the people made you, nigga. We'll break you too.
Yeah. Again, send me an email whenever you get time. I just want to send you something. But with regards to the minor, he can file a lawsuit at any point in time. Laws are different over in Malaysia. You do know his mother's not alive, right? And Black Boy Max and a couple of other guys, they had been supporting him, but he was in those discords, crying. He's crying, and it's a very, if you ask me, a sad situation. And I'm just not sure if Akademiks understands the full depth of what's going on here. He's taking the position people hate him. Now, the internet wants to eat off of his bullshit. That's all I'll say. I'll let you land your plane. Take your time. There's no rush. Go ahead.
You know what? When I first heard Star, it used to confuse me when you used to sit up there and say, I'm not a friend of no one. But throughout the years, I understood and I understand what you mean, and people really don't understand. when you say I'm not a friend of no one, ain't no friends out here. And when it comes to shit like when it comes to him doing the things that he just did, nigga, we can't be friends. We divorced. You need to go to jail. And at certain points, at certain times, street dudes got to learn to sit up there and say, "Yo, let the courts do what they do." Because he deserved the pokey. He needs to go to jail. Lock him up.
Yeah. Again, I'm trying to be objective here, but if I were in any way, shape, or form related to that young man, I would have already lawyered up. That's all I'll say. Hey, but Hassan, I appreciate you, man. Stay in touch and email me if you want. I'll send you something. All right.
Definitely.
Salute.
On top of it.
Salute. Okay. All right. Hassan Campbell, aka Poppy.